ridiculous. That's Dr. Jill Biden's assessment of a new Trump ad which questions her husband's cognitive abilities. Biden, who addressed the Democratic convention last night, was on all the morning shows today defending her husband's mental fitness. Stephen Fabian has details.
Jill Biden was on the hot seat today, swatting away questions about her husband's cognitive skills.
President Trump has questioned Joe Biden's mental fitness and his cognitive skills. What do you want us to know about that?
You know, I mean, Joe is working so hard every day.
The president and his campaign have made direct attacks on your husband's mental faculties. How do you respond to that?
I don't see any of that. I mean, Joe is totally engaged.
The hard-hitting questions come on the heels of President Trump's new attack ad against Biden.
You know, the rapidly rising
I spoke with ABC News chief congressional correspondent Mary Bruce about Jill's busy morning. She was asked the question on each show about her husband's supposed cognitive issues. How do you think she handled that question?
Look, there's an elephant in the room, and that is Joe Biden's age. If elected, he would be the oldest sitting president in our nation's history. Jill Biden, though, not shying away from that, saying, look, she knows Joe Biden. She says she knows the country knows Joe Biden. She said that he is hard at work, often, on those Zoom calls. So they are prepared for this line of attack and ready to fire right back.
Jill was praised on both sides of the aisle for her deeply personal speech, which she delivered from the Delaware high school where she once taught English.
Jill Biden was tremendously effective.
They couldn't have done better.
She is, I think, relatable, especially to women. She's a working woman. She was a working mother. She took the unusual step of working even while her husband was vice president. So there are many things about her story, I think, that are relatable.
During the unconventional convention, Biden's name was formally placed in nomination by this woman.
I nominate my friend, Joe Biden.
Her name is Jacquelyn Brittany, and she's a 31-year-old security guard at the New York Times who shot to viral fame last January after she entered an elevator with Biden and escorted him to an editorial board meeting.
I love you.
Thank you.
I do. You're like my favorite of my...
Thank you so much. What's your name?
Louisiana cast all 60 of our votes for my friend and the next president, Joe Biden.
Delegates from across the USA got creative during the traditional roll call, done virtually.
50 votes for our next president of the United States, Mr. Joseph R. Biden.
Mary Bruce's quirky favorite, Rhode Island.
The calamari comeback state of Rhode Island casts 1 vote for Bernie Sanders and 34 votes for the next president, Joe Biden.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? It certainly is something we have never seen before.